Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Super Metroid Map Rando Multicategory Tournament. We got a matchup here between Fat Scott and HisBeardNis. And for our first race, we got a no objectives category. So Fat Scott decided to go ahead and veto Gravity 9+1, while HisBeardNis decided to ban Metroid objectives, No Mother Brain 2, and pick no objectives. And with me, we got WX Fan, Myth the Legend. How you doing, buddy?
I thought you said, I heard myth. I'm still recovering from a sinus infection. My initial heard a different M word, and I'm not going to say that on screen. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Oh,
I'm doing pretty good. Coming out of a great matchup between Sumu Farmer and Tillamore. I was super pumped by that. They put on a great showing. One of the closest races I've seen so far. So I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm glad you're feeling better than you were.
oh, much better than I was. So that's for sure. It's the best I've felt in a couple of days. So, all right, nice open map. Let's see what we have here in Baby Wreck Ship. Oh, those... Well, no objectives, and there's Mother Brain.
Mother Brain immediately.
Hi-ho, Silver!
Oh man, and obviously that major there and Bowman Hallway not able to be get until we get some high jump boots or spring ball there. Both of our players deciding to go and try it out anyway. I think Fat Scott. Wait, is this gettable and I'm just dumb?
You cannot get this with the items you have.
Oh wait, they started with spring ball. Oh, okay. We don't have a tracker. Sorry, they have spring ball.
I'm working on it. Leave me alone.
Fortunately, and unable to do this one here. So we have Osu on tracking, but he is MIA at the moment. But I'm sure he will.
Bossy chat, bossy co-comps. I don't need this. I could be sleeping. I don't need this. A boost.
We're all happy to have you here, WX.
I'm happy to be here. Happy I got to commentate something. And yes, I said a boost. If any of you all follow Rory the Frenchie on TikTok, yeah, free shout out.
Ooh, Fat Scott taking a death, having to reset here. So, one thing I'm going to go ahead and point out is that Fat Scott, a way more seasoned Super Metroid player, but at the same time, HisBeardNis, way more focused on Map Rando in general. I think that's been his main focus since he started playing Metroid in the past year or so. So I think we have a good race here. Oh, as I say that. HisBeardNis taking a little bit of a dive there, and we are joined by Osu and on tracking, so we're gonna have that up for you guys. So both of our runners taking a death. Baby Crate is no joke when you don't have any ammo.
Yep.
But yeah, as I was saying, HisBeardNis has played a ton of Map Rando since he started playing, and that's his main focus. So I think this is going to be a very good race. Somebody who's more seasoned in Metroid in general versus somebody who's more seasoned in Map Rando in specific.
Mm-hmm. So, Osu, welcome. I've got you set on tracking your set. I've got Wave, Morph, and Spring. Chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's everything, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right.
So, Big shout outs to SpeedGaming for allowing us to get a restream for this. I know there,
Oh,
Anthony, there are so many tournaments going on right now,
what? I bet.
and that's an F.
Yeah, those big hoppers do 80 damage with
Yeah,
no
unfortunate.
suits. So.
All right, so now I can go focus on this. I can focus on that. Okay. Focus that. Okay, good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So does Fat Scott still have everything? Yeah, he does. Okay, yeah, he definitely does. Ooh, that D boost was a little risky, but landing in an E tank just fine. We got Niz trying this out for the third or fourth time here. Looks like Fat Scott already going through Torian and deciding to head back out.
This is not the way, or at least this is not the two sectors that I would want to see doing a no objective seed.
Yeah, and at the very least, you get them out of the way, so you're like, okay, I don't have to come back later,
But they are
except
the
for
two smallest. Like what I mean is they're small.
right,
Typically, Wreckship and Turian are small. Like you saw 3 majors. It doesn't like matter. Like we don't have the ammo to break Mother Brain's tank. Like you saw multiple majors inside of the wrecked ship, but that's nice. We still need 18 projectiles at minimum to break the tank. Doesn't matter if it was charge wave and plasma. It's not going to matter. We still need ammunition.
yep, and that's yeah, at the very least, like map information, like okay, so I'm gonna have to come back here later in order to fight Mother Brain. So that's it's good knowledge to have, but it's probably not quite what you want to see.
Yeah, I think if I'm Scott here, I'm going up to watering hole. There's at least 1 major there.
Yeah, and I forget if spring ball jump puts that in logic, but
I think you need high jump.
yeah,
I'm
I
not
think so
mistaken.
too. But it really doesn't matter at the end of the day because I'm sure these runners know how to get it without high jump or
Yep.
anything.
Okay. I see a long room. That's Frog Speedway, I think. No, it's
Ooh,
mini grade room.
Niz finding gravity at the top of the Green Pirate Shaft there.
Pancakes. I had French toast this morning.
I was about to ask how are you and food doing with
You
your
know
sinus
what?
infection?
Delicious as always. Food is amazing. Had myself a nice big breakfast. Had eggs, French toast, home fries, bacon, coffee. Delicious.
I'm glad you got a good breakfast to go with this run.
Tomorrow for Mother's Day, I asked my mother what she wanted, and we're gonna do. I'm cooking. Gonna do haddock, mashed potatoes, and asparagus.
Sounds pretty similar to the meal I'm gonna get when
I
you
like it.
come down.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with
cook.
asparagus, mashed potatoes, and some sort of fish.
Not at all. And salmon definitely S tier.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like when it comes to sushi, I think I like tuna better than salmon, but in terms of just like eating it, I think salmon's got the win.
That is very true. All right, so Scott is making the elected play to head back into Torian again with those super missiles.
Yeah, what is that heated room there? Seems like he was a little nervous to go through it. Oh,
Yep,
that's
and
the
Scott
that's
peaked. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's the room that leads down to the lava snake room.
Yeah.
So that one should be doable. But you do have to get that like kind of mean gravity jump to get through the beach room. So I can understand the the reasoning behind skipping it, but it seems just like a little too tempting.
This is a really tough start to a seed. Even if it is no objectives, this is just the item placements are bad. We've already peaked gravity here from on this side. This is just, it's really bad location.
And oh, did he just
He
went the
went
wrong
down the wrong
way?
side!
Oh my gosh.
That's not cool.
I don't know if that's quite enough to put Niz back into where he needs to be, but it's pretty close. They're in this
Yeah.
almost the same room here.
The only difference here is Scott has 2 packs of supers.
Which can make a pretty big difference in
Oh yeah.
these kind of settings, but Niz knows where that gravity is, so he's going straight
Yeah.
to it.
And Scott is also gonna get it. So, and they're gonna get their first missile pack. So again, where this is, no objectives, basically beat Mother Brain 1 and 2 as fast as you can. Now that's 15 projectiles for Scott. Nis has just 10.
And he's deciding to go back down, I believe, and check out those majors.
Also, by the way, that gravity suit, now we can get to Watering Hole.
Oh, easily. Yeah. Even even if it was in logic before, which I'm not entirely sure, it definitely is now.
Yep. So, oh, and Everest being found too is really interesting. Scott's gonna go right down toilet here. Probably to another sector or another part of Torian. Yeah. Interesting spot for toilet. This could pay off here for Scott. Finds East Ocean. Now, Nis wants this. This is left side sandpit. So, at minimum, you have 1 tank. Okay, that's an E tank. We don't know what the other one is. Oh, it's
Holy.
double E. That's huge.
Yeah, with no Varia, that could totally make or break some logic in terms of hell runs.
Yeah. Now, Anthony, there is somebody in chat saying that they don't like fish. And it is a good friend of ours. I think I'm going to have to start shit-talking him. Oh, I can't say that on stream.
Ooh. Some shoot talking. I heard that's what I heard.
Some sass talking. For dinner, my wife and I went and we got breadcrumbs from a local fish market that my mother really likes, and they're really good. While we were there, we picked up stuffed scallops, and I got a stuffed clam as well. So good.
I love a good scallop.
You can't go wrong with stuffed scallops for $6 a piece.
Definitely not. Do you like them raw, or do you like them a little grilled?
I like all seafood cooked.
Not big into poke bowls or anything.
Nah, I've never been one for raw fish.
I love it all.
Oh my gosh, that's Varia. Nis just needs 10 more projectiles to break the tank, and if this is charge beam, this is gonna be the fastest seed in this tournament.
Grapple.
Oh, it's a double major and it's not charged. Wow.
Yo, Analog, how's it going, man?
Analog. Where the heck have you been?
Yeah, no joke.
Hope you're doing well. So, this for me, if I'm Nis, I'm trying to find another sector as fast as possible.
Oh yeah, you need that ammo. You need that potentially charge if the ammo doesn't work out.
If it's charge wave, I don't care. If it's charge wave and that's what I have to do to beat Mother Brain, I don't care.
Yeah, I feel like with his comfort level, he probably wants a little bit more energy if it's going to be a charge wave fight. But yeah, overall, it's pretty close to being it.
Yep. Also, folks, let me know if Anthony is better for you. I dropped him down a little bit. So just let me know.
I was probably just too excited to coming in. It looks like we're looking good. But yeah, the Sunwoo brings up a good point. Still probably want criteria. So I think if we're going to be exploring some areas, criteria is the area that we want to find. But Scott coming back to this area and finding those 3 majors, gonna put him a little bit closer to where his Niz is. So yeah, with the movement advantage that Scout has over Niz, it's going to be pretty big.
I heard something about Sunwoo thinking he's smart. Or Sunwoo making a good point. I mean, if it's Sunwoo actually likes fish, then absolutely.
It was the blind escape. That was a good point he was making.
But see, listen, the blind escape for us is fantastic. Remember, the racers are doing what's best for us and our needs, not what's best for their needs. This is about the comms, this is about the tracker, and it's about you fans. I'm just saying.
That's a good point.
So Nis is heading back here. Okay. We haven't seen another connected one area yet, have we, Anthony?
Nope. I think with how out of the way this Torian map is, it might be a little bit before we do find one.
I think the play is go check all sides of Everest. Just every door.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely opens up some possibilities.
Sunwoo gets 2 demerits for not liking fish.
And he lives, in an area that's close to fish, so that's
I'm from New England. I love fish. I have been out deep sea fishing quite a few times. Man, it is so much fun when you catch your own fish. Except when you catch the nurse sharks. I'm not a fan of that.
I've never had a shark at all, actually, now I think about it.
Well, you can't keep them, but so there are nurse, like the deep sea fishing I've done, there are nurse sharks that sometimes hover around the same level as the fish you're trying to catch, whether it's the haddock, the red snapper, cod.
Yeah.
Now Son was talking about tacos.
I mean, I think everybody under the 30,
Tacos.
the 30 latitude or whatever, like some tacos.
Everyone under the 30 latitude. Oh, nice spacer. There are your high jump boots.
And yeah, spacer high jump. I mean, I think a charge is probably enough to call this. Yeah, I've never heard shark lander, land dryer. I'll have to think about it maybe. Analog, you're missing out on Brussels sprouts. If you cook Brussels sprouts right, they're super good. Our racers, anyway, food excluded, very close to each other in terms of progression and everything.
All right. This is such a weird map. This is a massive Torian, by the way.
Yeah, probably one of the biggest Torians I've seen in a while.
All right, that's 4 E-tanks, so there's your 1 E-tank extra of, I guess you want to call it safety.
Yeah, I you know, anything that's not strictly required as safety, but
all right. We need to stop talking about the game right now. Any one of you in chat who says you dislike bacon, I am going to banhammer every single one of you. Bacon is delicious.
If you aren't
The
vegetarian,
absolute atrocity that you people do not like bacon is 100% wrong. I just wanted to give chat a hard time.
Yeah, if you aren't vegetarian or vegan and you don't like bacon, there's definitely an issue there.
I love bacon.
Once again, they are racers in the same room. Once again.
See, this is what happens when I do commentary. Sick, I get no time for silly talk like not liking bacon. No, but in all seriousness, that is 100% fine. See, like for me, I like sausage from time to time, but just not every so often. I'd prefer bacon over sausage like 9 times out of 10.
I feel like breakfast sausage is good.
Breakfast sausage is good.
Yeah, and barbecue sausage, like you gotta have it barbecue, like smoked and stuff. Like otherwise, it's you know, it's kind of mid. But if it's barbecued, or smoked, it's super good.
Mm-hmm. To each their own. Today is I gotta watch what this week's Next Level Chef episode. I love that show. Such a unique concept.
Yeah, we are gonna have to. Fifi brings up a good point. We're gonna have to take you out for some barbecue when you're down
listen,
here.
I've been to Texas twice and not had any Texas barbecue once.
Yep, it's a done deal then.
I like it. So for those who don't know, I will be in Austin for the Counter-Strike Major next month. Oh, well, here's the Fantoon map. This is a really, really big Torian.
Yeah, it's honestly insane. Yeah, like Nez thought about, okay, this might be Fantoon. Okay, yeah, he's like, oh no, this is Fantoon. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, the size of areas is supposed to be somewhat reminiscent of the size of the areas in vanilla.
Well, this seed didn't get the memo.
No, it did not.
This Torian ate part of criteria, most likely.
Some nice topplers and stuff from phatscott here. Niz, you know, keeping his own too, but
Nicely done, Scott.
Yeah, Scott did a great job with 5 missiles. Like 5 missile fights can be a little rough, but he managed his resources perfectly. Got the drops where he needed to. He did a fantastic job on that Phantom.
All right, so Scott's got the lead back, but this was anybody's race.
Oh,
And
100%.
that's the beautiful thing here about no objectives. Now, this could come down to make or break this game. Why do I say this? If you took a look at that Torian map, criteria upper left, Meridia upper right. Do you go right to Meridia, try to find the charge beam, maybe a couple more super packs. Again, without charge, to beat Mother Brain, you need 40 missiles, 30 supers. Minimum. You can obviously get more supers than that, but more than likely your odds are you're going to find way more missile packs than you are super packs. So 40, 30 is the minimum amount that you're going to need. Anthony, where would you go? I think I would risk it in a no objectives to go to Meridia. Now that I know where criteria is, and I'd risk a blind escape, and I would try finding the items I need in Meridia.
God, that's a tough one.
Meridia's right here at the top right of Red Tower.
Yeah, it's pretty out of the way. It's not like super out of the way. We got a lot of kind of, you know, straight shot kind of rooms, but yeah, it's far enough out of the way to where what you're saying makes a lot of sense. And phatscott apparently agrees with you. He's gonna go ahead and go for it.
The commentators, just saying. Watch the speed charge beam. Hold.
And it looks like
it's just a missile.
Niz is going the other way, and this I like this route divergence here.
Yeah, see, this is huge because let's say Nis not only finds the ship, but finds charge beam and maybe 2 more super packs, right? Nis is able to go right to Mother Brain while Scott's still looking for the ammo to beat Mother Brain. So in these seeds, you need to be able, one, you got to be extremely comfortable with a Mother Brain 2 fight, regardless of where you're at. Period. You need to be super comfortable. And are you comfortable with ammo? Or are you comfortable enough in manipulating Mother Brain to the point a charge, let's say charge wave spazer, or charge ice, are you comfortable with how long those fights are? And you can manipulate Mother Brain's AI to the point where it's not a problem. So, other things to keep in mind. Now, Scott comes across Dragon and is going to continue to go here. Now, came across one more super pack. That's 20 supers, so plenty of ammunition to break the tank, but nowhere near enough to beat Mother Brain. Now, here we go. Nis into criteria, and that's 25 supers.
Man, so obviously Nis is going to be getting this map info, and depending on what he finds here, it could totally pay off for him. But phatscott already finding the luck that he's needing, you know, going this path.
His luck, though, could very well run out. This map is getting 100%. A little crazy, a little fast.
I mean, I think if you go up, it makes sense. He's debating it.
This is the one-way, by the way, so you cannot get back through that green gate.
Yeah, and what was that room to the right here? Okay, not a bad room. Okay.
No. Okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
So, Nis has found worst room in the game, looping around to, I believe that was Spore Spawn Supers. So, Nis now is going to continue to play around, trying to find the ship. Oh, and that's a big room for Nis. That's Big Pink.
Yeah, Big Pink is always good. Got three items here. Finds another super pack. Always great to have without any morph bombs.
Otherwise known as Big Beans.
Big beans.
Right, Cruel Beans?
He's around here.
He's somewhere. Shout out to the Spiffy Thomas Multi-Worlds.
Ooh, another super pack.
So that's the minimum this needs to break the tank. Scott's ahead on ammo. But if this Meridia map continues to delay Scott from getting any kind of info, Nis will have ship and the potential lead to go back to Motherbrain. Chad, I'm curious, where would you have gone when you were in Torian? Would you have gone to Criteria? Or would you have gone to Meridia? What about you, Anthony? I don't think I remember hearing your answer.
I think I would probably go Criteria. Just because having that map information.
Right. Oh, and it's a Norfair. Okay, we got one major for this. That's not good.
One in logic, two out of logic.
Yeah.
Or one out of logic as well.
So Nis can snail clip here, and he will. He's done plenty more than hard logic. So this is not a big deal for him. No, he's going to do this side snail clip, or at least attempt it.
See snail clip, as they say.
Yeah. Now he's going to get Gary in another good spot. Do the normal snail clip method. So we get missiles. If this is charge, it's over. It's just space.
Ooh. You could see his avatar kind of shake his head.
Look at all the ammunition for Scott.
Ooh.
Scott's going to reset out of the map. Scott is going to find all the ammo that he's going to need to finish this seed. Meridia has got tons of X's, unless they're all power bombs, but still.
Which, you know, in this season of Map Rando, they increased the amount of supers. So the chances of them all being, you know, power bombs is pretty unlikely. And we get speed, which is a huge item to get. Any sort of speed locks, obviously just general movement that you get from being able to have speed. It's going to be huge.
Now this is good routing here from Nis, because he's going to Mickey Mouse X. And he's going to go try picking that up, and most likely he's going to route back in that major in the sand pit. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm WXFan21, joined by Anthony on comms. Okay, so that's the power bomb. This is game number 1 between Fat Scott and HisBeardNis. It's a best of 3. These are all back to back to back. And no objective seed, for those that have never seen this before, means you need to beat Motherbrain 1 and Motherbrain 2 as quick as possible. And whether that's ammo, or whether that is a charge beam combo. Right now, neither racer has been able to find charge beam, neither racer has the ammunition. Scott is very close on ammunition. Nis, his last opportunity is this right side sand pit item, which coincidentally enough is in the left side drop. So Nis needs this to be charge beam. To have any hope, it's ice. Now that's nice for a Zeb skip.
Ooh, yeah.
But this is going to allow Scott to go up on ammo. And so this will have Scott in a massive lead in a massive way. That's 30 supers.
That's still not enough. But
He
so
needs
dang
2 more
close.
supers. We know Ocean has a ridiculous amount of ammo. So that's 30-30. All Scott is going to need, I believe, is one of these packs to be a super. And someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 30-35 is the bare minimum.
Yeah, because you need 3,000 damage to damage.
Oh,
to kill
the
Motherbrain
luck
1.
on this guy! He just blinded the ship.
That's pretty huge. And he's not too far from the map either if he decides to go that way, which doesn't seem like it, but yeah, one super pack and or 2 normal packs is all he needs in order to finish off Mother Brain 1 here. And 2. Yeah, because so anyway, Mother Brain 1 has 3,000 HP, but you need to do at least 600 damage to the glass with missiles in order to damage Mother Brain 1.
Yeah.
So they are 1 missile away from being able to take down both.
And we know there's a super pack and a missile in Big Pink. This is Scott's game to lose.
Yeah, he's definitely got this. And Ice just made that like, okay, literally all I need is 1 more super or 1 more missile pack, and I'm good to go. Don't even need to refill. And we get supers. So that's all Fat Scott needs. He is ready to go. He's going straight to Mother Brain after probably picking up this little safety. But yeah, I mean, it's not a lot of health, not a lot of, you know, room for mistakes. Could definitely be some shambles here with a death or 2 on Mother Brain. So it's still not a given that Fat Scott's gonna win here. But oh man, with Nis going into Norfair here, that's looking a little rough. Those majors are so far out of the way. He's probably going to decide to skip out of that. So good decision by Niz there.
See, this is one of the reasons I love a good no objective seed, Anthony. Because you never know what you can get. And it's so fun to commentate, it's so fun to watch, and to me, like, as a competitor, like, I would just want to take a ridiculous amount of risks here. Like, if you're confident enough with your Mother Brain fight, you're confident enough to do it fast, like, it'd be like taking candy from a baby.
And that's a big thing to talk about with this setting is it does kind of favor, I think, overall vanilla players over rando players, because if you know, like a lot of vanilla players, especially adventurous ones, are going to be doing those low ice fights and things like that. So when a low ice fight is manageable, this is like nothing. This is like another Tuesday.
Yep.
So it really, I think, like shows off like how, you know, the knowledge of Map Rando and the experience in Map Rando can be completely overshadowed by vanilla knowledge, but there's totally the other way around too. Niz has showed that to many players like Idle. He shut out Idle, who was very, very strong vanilla wise.
You got that right.
But I think Fat Scott has enough experience in both realms to where it's just a little too much for Niz to handle here. Yeah, everybody get in our guesses.
That's right. Sorry, I was fixing the audio. Anthony, you were still coming in a little loud here. I'm going to go about 1:25. 2:20. Wow. So, Anthony, you should be a heck of a lot better, and I raised mine by about 5. So, now everyone shouldn't be hearing us talking too loud over the game audio. Twitch chat, let us know what you all think of the adjusted audio. I believe it's much more manageable level now. You can hear the game audio and us a little bit better. So definitely let us know here. But 220, Anthony, that's a long escape.
Yeah, definitely not the shortest we've seen around here. But yeah, I think with the vanilla experience and the general rando experience, even if it's not strictly map rando, I think phatscott's got this. I would not count him out by any means.
Excellent. And again, part of the reason I'm asking for everyone else is, again, I'm dealing with a sinus infection, so today it's in my ears. So stuff may not sound like I may sound a lot louder to myself, but hearing things a little bit less. So again, let me know, I can adjust it. And this has been one heck of a race here from phatscott. It was so nice of him to be able to pick up that missile pack before he blows up the planet. Best I've felt in days, though, chat, that's for sure. Thank you. Thank you all for the well wishes. Appreciate that.
Anything that makes WX quieter is a blessing, as they say.
You know, Anthony, I can leave.
But it would make me sad.
No, it wouldn't. It would give you peace and quiet in the commentary booth. Don't lie. It
looks like phatscott's got a good little run here. I don't think there's any world that his power doesn't shut off.
And that's it. Scott wins race number 1. GG's.
It's an official racetime.gg time of 41:10.
A good attempt from Nis on his mode pick. Excuse me, but it does backfire. And doesn't prove to be the way Nis wanted it to go. But we still have Scott's pick. And Anthony, it's either going to be Varia plus movement, or it's going to be double suit. And we're going to find out which mode it is right after the break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Super Metroid Multicategory Map Rando Tournament. We got WX Fan here. He was going to do the announcements, but I decided to since he's lagging behind a little bit with a sinus infection. How you doing, buddy?
You know what, Anthony? I'm pushing a lot of the buttons behind the scenes too.
I know. Just giving you crud.
That's fine. I'd expect nothing less.
Yeah, game 2 here. We got double suit. So, how you feeling about that, WX?
Yawn. Where are my Metroid objectives?
Yeah, I
Free
mean,
world seed.
Honestly, like double suit's an interesting category because it can really reward people for their general movement. Because you can go through water just fine, but people that have really strong like suitless management, they can really benefit from something not that's not double suit. So
what did we just get? An E-tank, and we're triggering Bomb Chorizo.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting start here.
Whatever, BT. Did Nis not start? I'm gonna kick Nis's butt. Does he not have a timer on his screen?
Oh. Did he move it? Because you already had it
cropped. I don't know.
You already had it cropped.
No kidding.
Let's see.
So, that's done. That's done. Anthony Talkowitz, will you please?
Hello.
There. We have a timer now.
Nope.
Oh, Nis.
Oh, there
look,
you
a
go.
timer.
There it is. Yeah, that reminds me where I forgot to like sync up my timer with the race room and ended up being like 15 seconds. I guess technically ahead because I forgot to do that, but you know, it happens. Yeah, double suit. I guess the main thing to talk about this one is just the map is so wide open a lot of the times because there's so much you can do with double suit. There's so many rooms that could be taken out of logic if you didn't have it, but they are. So I mean, a big part of this is kind of getting lucky with routing, but also at the same time being very, very well versed with your movement. So I think Fat Scott overall has a pretty strong advantage just in terms of having really good movement, but at the same time, it opens up just not the
It's a free
the
world,
luck.
essentially. Yeah, it's a free world. You can go anywhere. You can get any item. I mean, like, you can go anywhere. You can't get any item. But, like, speaking of items we can't get, are those wonderful, delicious bombs that are right down there in
Yeah,
the Morph Ball spot.
that's. I have a feeling they're going to be coming back here pretty soon.
Bonbons. Chocolate. Say his name and he appears, and I don't mean Joe Hendry. Beans, we were just talking about you last seed.
WX has chocolate beans.
I do. I have a giant Hershey's Almonds bar next to me.
I told you. Didn't believe me?
But we were talking about your favorite room in Super Metroid, Beansy. That's right, Big Pink.
Putin is finding the morph ball there.
What? Did you just say he was fighting the morph ball?
He found.
You're supposed to become one with the morph ball, as Samus, not fight the morph ball.
Sorry if I'm.
Embrace the morph ball. Think of it like that SpongeBob episode where it was the marble episode, and you had to become one with the marble. You need to sniff the marble. You need to embrace the marble. You need to date the marble. You need to be the marble.
Unless you're Nebty, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Any Nevty morphs in chat?
I'm sure we got more than a few.
Uh,
Yeah. And here we go. The more bombs that I was figuring we'd be seeing very soon have been gotten on HisBeardNis. Doing a good job of saving when he needs to and not saving when he doesn't. Very nice. I mean, I would definitely save after getting that, but beforehand, yeah, maybe not so important. It's a good little micro. Oh, he didn't save there. Yeah, might maybe disagree with that if he doesn't save after this item.
Hi, Charge Beam.
Charge and a double suit.
Where were you last seed?
Yeah, no kidding. Nis is saving there. Okay, that makes sense too. I understand that. So, Ridley is a 200-shot fight with what they have now. So I'd imagine our racers are going to be trying to peak some of those majors. Obviously, speed is the only one that's probably locking progression other than bosses. But at the same time, it's like if you get an extra beam, that's gonna save you a ton of time. Yeah, and is I think making the right move there. Seeing Dragon being like, hey, I could possibly kill Dragon, but eh.
That's a really, really, really long fight.
Yeah. But okay. I was about to say Nis should not back out of this fight though.
Hi, Croc!
Yeah, he comes back down. I think Croc with charge, even without ice, makes sense. You're probably gonna find something you need. If even an extra missile pack would not be the worst thing in the world, but wouldn't be great.
This fight makes sense for both racers. Nis slightly ahead here.
So.
I wonder if this is our first logical super pack. Or PBs. Well, it is soups.
Yeah, that could totally be logic. Or progression. So, yes, Scott did not have a charge on his tracker, but I believe that fight would have been nearly impossible if he didn't have it. So.
Yeah, no, Scott's got charge. Sometimes the tracker doesn't like to cooperate when our actual tracker hits the buttons.
Thank you, Dasu. Shoutouts to Dasu, our tracker.
That's right. Follow the racers. Do the things, press the buttons, follow them, exclamation point R. Follow the commentary and tracking teams with exclamation point C, including Asu. The fantastic.
Yeah, because, these races don't need commentators. They need trackers, so.
Facts.
Yeah.
Though, you do know, Nis, I'm not Nis, Anthony, if you could not put me out of a job, that'd be wonderful.
I said we don't
tournament
need...
admins would be like, we don't need commentators? We can get peace and quiet without WX on stream?
There's a difference between a need and want. I mean, we want some WX. We don't need them, but we want them, and that's
wow. All right. In all seriousness here, this is a pretty weird criteria, Anthony, because we've got a lot of items here early, but there's really nothing in terms of we can do and beat a lot of these bosses right now. There's just not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Trigon's still super uncomfy. And if Mother Brain was here, that'd be a
5-minute Dragon fight with charge ice, if that.
Yeah. It's just, if obviously if Mother Brain was here, it'd be easy. Like, oh, let's do the battle. We'll come back and
exactly
Dragon later. But with it being here so early and no other connectors that you can really see, it's just like, ugh.
Have we even found the ship yet? We've been in Criteria for 10.5 minutes. Have they even found the ship yet?
Not that I've seen.
I just would like to say that Anthony would have already found the ship by now.
I think you're right.
Wait a minute. This just in. Eddie's already finished this seed and he's not even playing in it.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna race Eddie. So
oh my goodness!
He's going for it.
Oh my gosh! Chat. Hold.
Phatscott just did some farming. Is he gonna make the same decision here?
When was the last time this saved? They're both
Scott
going to
is
Dragon?
making the same decision.
There's no way Dragon's blocking our logical path forward, is he? Is she?
I don't think it would be in logic, but it could.
This can't be in logic. Is it?
I honestly don't know. Steph isn't. So I trust Toaster.
Oh boy. Bean says it's in logic with double suit. This sounds terrible. Chat's just getting all the luck. Double Crocomire, double Dragon. Now if they can get a double Spore Spawn, they'll be very happy.
Nobody wants to see that Spore Spawn category you keep talking about.
Chat, feel free to tell Anthony where he's wrong.
I feel like anybody racing the game at least. Sure. Thank you, Beans.
Make Beans do oops all Spore Spawn. Got it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be completely against mini bosses, but just for Spore Spawn, that just no.
Listen, Spore Spawn doesn't get any love in speedrunning in any category. All right?
Hey,
maybe with the
my
exception
category.
of map completion. Okay, your category is different.
There's no glitches category. He's there, so that's good enough.
No, Beans, for you it's gonna be oops all Spore Spawn with no plasma beam. And I'll allow you 5 super missiles.
So, little known fact, Spore Spawn takes double damage from charge shots. So, doesn't necessarily need plasma. But plasma makes a 1 round, obviously, but...
Someone said in chat, Spore Spawn with Ridley hit points only missiles.
Oh god.
That sounds horrible. Alright, who's first to beat Dragon?
Oh, if Niz got hit there, that would have been phatscott.
Would have been very bad. Nis needs to not get grabbed by the goop. Oh. Thanks the energy hit. Phatscott's done with Dragon.
Niz's reserve was low enough to where it didn't go past his iframes, so he did not get hit again. That was so close. That yep. I think that's another kind of not well-known fact. If you have enough health over a certain point, you will get double hit. But if it's below a certain point, you will only get hit once while having reserves.
Alright, Scott finds East Ocean. Most likely he's going to find the ship at some point. Oh my goodness, climb tower. So both racers done with Dragon. Nis got into Dragon first, and Scott was the first to complete Dragon.
He has no supers, so he cannot go through that door. Nis has 1, and enough for a red door as well for normal missiles. Okay, enough for Phatscott to get mapped, so... Here's Torian. And then Niz uses his 1 super to get to nothing, it looks like.
La 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 la.
At least a farm. So that helps him out.
Okay, it's Dakar room. And this is going the complete wrong way of the map. And we still have one more major to go in criteria.
Yeah, I would probably go for it. You got to do a little deboost here, or a bomb jump, whichever you're more comfortable with. But yeah, I guess if you got the double bomb jump down, yeah, it's and never mind. Which is no shade, because I definitely do not have a consistent double bomb jump. Yeah, those power bombs are nice for Niz there. Can already see where phatscott's losing a little bit of time from not having those power bombs. So Niz is going to be able to go through that just a little bit faster, even though he's a bit behind. I think finding those power bombs is pretty big. Welcome in, Timon. Good to see you. Spicer.
Here we go again with the chat saying it's the best beam, whatever.
I mean, it's obviously not the best beam, but it's a nice beam to find.
Mm-hmm. It is a nice beam, that is for sure. "18 minutes in criteria. Can you all go to another area, please? Go to the wreck ship. You all know you want to. Do it.
Yeah, that major looks super easy to get, so I imagine
to the wreck ship.
That. Yeah. And if wreck ship is nothing, they got a nice little pivot save there at the ship. So I think that makes sense.
I just want them to go to the wreck ship because I want to prove to the doubters about wreck ship having nothing, that's all.
Yeah, it's not wasted space. It's space that's occasionally wasted.
Timon, welcome in. If Nito didn't beat his opponent earlier today with Spacer Beam, does it even count as a win?
I mean, only if his opponent also had it.
I mean, Nito, one of the biggest Spacer truthers out there. No, but in any case, congratulations, Nito, on your victory. Oh, look, Mother Brain, in wreck ship, 2 seeds in a row.
Not wasting too much space.
Wreck ship doubters are in shambles. Oh, wreck ship usually has nothing. Wreck ship has Mother Brain, 2 mages, and a Norfair connector.
It's too strong.
Wrecked ship is very strong. You're welcome. See, wrecked ship with the best beam, the plasma beam.
And the charge, that is like he needs like a couple more, you know, missile packs, maybe a super pack. He is good.
You're welcome. See, I told you all to go to the wrecked ship.
Yeah, there's two other majors. Just like, do I even need them?
I get a funny feeling Torian is its own away area and has a boss. I just got a funny feeling. Like, I think here you continue your play in the Norfair. But I do just get a feeling like we're gonna see Torian with a boss.
The definitely hard call.
Oh, nice boots. Boots!
I mean, booties are always good to find.
Now we're gonna go to the Grav room and find what? Wait, that's game. That's go beat every boss in the game as fast as you can.
Ooh, a nice little wave. Get our little wave emotes in chat for wave beam.
All 5 beams collected, including chat's favorite Spazer beam. So Nis left wave and left high jump. The play for Nis being down 1-0 is pretty big here. I like this play. I like this play a lot here, Anthony, because Nis knows he needs to throw caution to the wind. Now, you've got Charge Ice Plasma. That beam combo itself does 650 damage. It's wave that adds the extra 300. But still, to me, this is a great play from Nis. It gets you into Norfair early. It allows you to move a little bit faster here. I don't know how much high jump's going to come in handy. We've got both suits. Wave's just a nice to have and does, again, add on an extra 300 damage. So,
yeah, if something's speed locked, then he 100% has this, especially if speed is here in Norfair. Because we still don't know where 3 of the bosses are.
They're over there.
That's huge.
I hear they moved from Zebus to Talonfor.
Nothing in Norfair. That's the smallest Norfair map I think I've seen in a long time, too.
Now that... This is risky. Do you just risk it for Brinstar here?
I feel like if I'm feeling behind and like phatscott's like gonna be able to pull it out on me, then yeah, I think so. Any other situation, probably not. But in Niz's situation, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Scott's caught back up on movement.
They are neck and neck. But Scott has high jump and wave.
I think you go Brinstar here.
Yep. I think either player at this point. Oh, goodness. Is VTuber very upset.
Alright, and there's Scott taking over Nis.
Alright.
Oh look, Taco Tank is vanilla. It's double vanilla. How original.
And honestly, Nis skipping out on E-Tanks with just enough to survive Mother Brain seems...
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this.
Yeah, that's not great. Yeah. Niz, yeah, did not grab wave or high jump and also did not grab that E-Tank there that was in the same room that you're in. Like, I understand if fanfare was a thing in Map Rando, but it's not. Oh, and phatscott blinding Ridley here. Completely prepared. I know with his expertise, there's no way that anything wrong is happening here. Besides maybe a hit or two. Niz, I don't... Okay, yeah. It's 600 damage beam versus 900, so it's going to be 30 shots versus 20. Not enough, hopefully, to make it matter, but Niz is only got 2 E-Tanks in a reserve, so there's definitely a possibility that something could go wrong here. I feel like Ridley is dead here. Nope. Definitely no. Yeah, phatscott just moving so cleanly. Just, I feel like just super calm. Like,
Yep.
One of the things that, we kind of notice, because, Nis has his VTuber on theirs, is the reaction to certain things. And I think even though phatscott hit a dead end there, it's probably just like, oh, well, okay, I'll just keep moving. We got plenty to go off of.
Yeah, Scott's doing a really nice job. Both racers are. Scott's movement, though, is just on another level right now compared to Nis's.
Yeah, and just coming back to what I was saying before about, like, phatscott is, overall a more experience and knowledge on the game. On his, I think, has a stronger Map Rando experience, and
Yep.
And double suit is one of those categories that really shows off the general knowledge people better. Like, you just get way more opportunity to just move fast.
Yep. Also, nice 2 more majors, by the way. Correct analog. Double suiters, you start off with both suits.
Yeah, one of the things about an analog is that the logic takes it into consideration. So, any sort of rooms that require a suit to get through is in logic from the beginning. So there's definitely some give and take there.
Alright, Scott's gonna take the safety save as Nis goes over to the map station. We have 2 bosses left to find. Kraid and Phantoon. Torian, we know the connector to. I don't think we've seen the Meridia connector yet.
I definitely haven't seen one.
This is a silver bracket matchup between Scott and Nis. I'll get you the seeds here, 1 second. So Scott the 5 seed, Nis the 21st seed. This is a silver bracket round 2 matchup.
Yeah, and in terms of the overall tournament, Fat Scott is the 20th seed, while I feel like Niz is like 22? Yeah, 22. So very, very close in terms of overall seeding. I knew they had to do some funky things with the silver seeding in order to make it to where we didn't have too many repeats. And Scott having a little bit of trouble with that bomb jump there. That it's funny, like you either have trouble with doing that mid-air bomb jump with high jump or with normal jump height. Speed is always great fun.
Speed is a great find.
Gonna keep you out of.
Find speed yet?
Well, Twister said something about it, so I was assuming they did, but maybe.
Thank you, Fifi. Well, this could be speed here, so I'm Scott hunting for the majors, and this needs to be speed. That's space. So 3 majors we haven't seen. Grapple, screw attack, and speed booster.
So what's speed blocking here?
Dakaras, there's nothing behind it. I think it would just be a nice to have at this point. I don't think speed is blocking anything.
So that's kind of interesting to see, like, them going for it when there's pretty much nothing. Yeah. If you don't need speed for anything, then of course, I guess when you're in a racing situation, it's probably hard to think about, like, oh, what is this major blocking me, or what this other thing is blocking me.
I don't think we've seen Frog Speedway yet.
And with Wave from the right, it doesn't even block you necessarily. Logically, it does, but
You'd have to know the Frog Speedway clip.
Yep.
I don't know why Scott did that when you have space jump, but sure.
Yep. I wouldn't have, but it's
Muscle
probably
memory.
just muscle memory mixed with racing nerves. It makes you do some things that don't necessarily make sense.
So again, folks, we appreciate all of you watching this live. Hello, YouTube. Appreciate all of you watching this on VOD. I'm WXFan21, joined by Anthony here on commentary, Osu on tracking. This is the best of 3 between Fat Scott and HisBeardNis here in the silver bracket, round number 2. Scott won Nis's pick of no objectives in game 1. Game 2, this is Scott's pick of double suit. Nis playing with his sprite, the bearded Mega Man X. Still waiting on my X3 full armor X3. Somebody create that for me, will you please?
I had to talk to my fiance Fifi about that.
There you go. I think that's a lot more complicated to do for the Mega Man X sprite. I think that's the reason we don't have the X1 full armor. It's got to be probably very hard to be able to pull that off.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, they're great suits to look at, but the fine level of detail that come with the full armor X's, with X1, X2, and X3 is a lot of detail, especially X3. There you go, Scott. See, it came in handy to get that screw attack. So Scott with space and screw attack, the only 2 majors that Scott hasn't gotten are grapple and speed booster. And hello, Shacky Tool.
Probably going to be leading to that map.
Chat saying speed was up top when Scott was bomb jumping. What? What room?
I don't
remember seeing speed booster. It's
remember
possible.
seeing it.
Oh, that was screw attack.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Screw attack Indiana Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Aqueductorian. This is probably, oh, it's not Fantoon! Fantoon's gonna be hiding. Oh, this is key on the stairs. This could be Fantoon.
No.
Oh, it's Meridia. Where's the Meridia?
There's
there
a
it
crate.
is. Meridia. So this makes a lot of sense in this, not in this, Anthony, so it wouldn't have mattered which way they would have gone, wrecked ship or Torian. It looks like both areas were one-ways. Optimally, Torian to Meridia would have been the optimal route, because then you go wrecked ship to Norfair and then back to wrecked ship for Mother Brain. But a very interestingly split seed here, because I don't think there's the connector between Meridia and Brinstar.
Yeah, and I think, like, Cruel Beans just did a little LOL there. Yeah, I think overall, going back for those majors doesn't make a lot of sense if you don't need it. But that is speed.
Nis?
It is speed, but I mean, you don't know if you're speed locked yet. It's a little dicey.
Alright, Scott is at Kraid, and Nis is going for the wrecked ship E-Tank Major.
Yeah, at this point, you want to at least go to an area that you think might be at.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's the grapple beam.
Oh, what do you reset with? No wave, so
Unfortunate. Trade down for Scott.
Yes, this
Means
is looking pretty good for Scott here.
yep. And this means that Fantoon is in Meridia.
And the only thing that could stop Scott here is some sort of speed lock, something. And even that's like, we know it's in Meridia, so it's you know, at this point, grapple doesn't help with anything. I mean, it might help you with pants room, but you still got ice in case you need it. So definitely if you had two here. And so Scott just needs to do a quick little, hopefully one round Fantoon here with the microwave
Nis,
beam.
where are you going?
Ooh, yeah. No
Oh, he's
idea.
going to Torian, okay. It looks like there were two Torian connectors. Good night. Fantoon has been X-rayed.
Yeah, I think Scott's too far ahead at this point. With everything he has. Thanks for reminding us, Squirrel Beans, that we need to tell people to guess the timer, but I don't think we're quite there yet. But definitely start thinking about it.
High five an aqueduct. Alright, it's time to guess that escape timer. I don't think it's going to be too long. I don't think it's going to be too long at all.
Yeah. Tira connects pretty
Yeah,
early.
Nis is behind by about 4 to 5 minutes easily. It's wrecked ship to Criteria. Guess the escape timer. And if you don't want to guess the escape timer, that's also your choice. Beans, I get an answer for you, because he could. I think 4 to 5 minutes being behind is even generous.
Yeah. Not even having Fantoon at this point. It's yeah.
Oh, got a little Kraid DLC. DLC. Mrock makes a good point, and this was kind of what Anthony has been saying throughout the stream, and I feel like I have too at times. Scott's a speedrunner. And when you work on speedrunning tech, your movement is just better than that of someone who just plays randos. That's just how it is. Now, I'm not saying that people who just play randos aren't fast, but people who speedrun the game have a better chance of being better on speed than those who just run rando. Emrock, how you feeling, by the way?
And obviously there's some give and take there too, because it depends on what you speedrun. If all you do is 80%, I would argue that rando players have an advantage. But Scott does not just run 80%. He runs 100%. He runs GT Classic. He runs GT Max %. That's what he's been focusing on recently. Having that 100% movement, even if you don't play a lot of randos, is a huge advantage.
Of course. All right, I'm going a minute 15. Anthony, what about you?
That sounds about right. Maybe 125.
I like it. All right, here we go. Minute 15.
Man.
I win. Good. Glad to hear that, Emrock. Get wrecked, chat. Toms gets preferential treatment over anyone else in chat that gets the right answer.
I think so. And I was only 10 seconds off, so honestly, comms beats everybody.
High five, Tim. Nicely done. Nice guess. Anybody else get it right? Nope, just us, Tim. We win. This was a really good series. The speed of Scott versus the map rando of Nis is proven to be the deciding factor based on movement and speed. Scott is at his ship, and Scott defeats Nis 2-0 and eliminates Nis from the silver bracket and from the tournament. Scott will move on and advance in the silver bracket. GG's. This now puts Scott awaiting the winner of Spiffy Thomas or Zeb versus Super Sponge. And we are now welcomed by some of our runners. Here is HisBeardNis. What's up, Ness?
What's up?
GG's.
GG. I knew I was outmatched before I started, so I was like, this doesn't like surprise me. Like, I knew it was coming. So the first match I just shambled a bunch. This one I was like, maybe, but I was looking for speed for like forever, thinking that it was going to be a requirement when it wasn't. So
I gotcha. All right, so Scott's going to join us here in a second.
Their ability to lead supremely in ice essentially agent approaches.
Sounds like Nis is listening to TV in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, kids. bad.
You're fine.
They're watching the Fire Stick and like you don't. Oh, never mind. They're watching YouTube. Hold on a minute.
Leave them alone. They're roster watching Super Metroid speedrunning clips.
No, they're watching Minecraft. Somebody playing Minecraft or something like videos.
Yeah, that makes sense. Scott is not here yet. Scott is joining us shortly. And again, folks, appreciate you bearing with me. Obviously, it's not my normal voice. You can hear it as a little grainier.
phatscott with the 2.5 minute pause menu. That's pretty killer.
That's really nice. Speaking of phatscott, say his name and he appears once again. Not talking about Joe Hendry, talking about phatscott.
Hey,
GG, Scott.
GG.
All right. Racers, we're going to kick things off with a question from chat. And this question is directed for one Mr. HisBeardNis.
Also saw that coming.
Yep. So, Nis, Cruel Beans would like to know, Nis, why did you skip those majors in the beginning of the game, then backtrack for them in game number 2?
I kind of answered that right when I popped back in because I was looking for speed, thinking that was going to be speed on the way out.
Gotcha. What a fun way to start the no objective seed, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty rough start, forcing you to do the Botchin hallway with basically nothing except spring ball. Haven't had that one happen to me yet, I don't think.
Yeah, that was an interesting start and morph into spring. That was really interesting. And what a giant Torian, by the way. I have not seen a Mega Torian map like that, I don't think, ever.
Yeah.
That's pretty Victorian.
Or a toilet on one side connecting to the far right. That was just ridiculousness. So kind of walk us through what you both were thinking in the no objective seed, because we saw Scott do it on ammo. Kind of what was going through your head when you saw the first 2 maps?
I guess just to start, I think when I saw that there were a lot of like cross items, I'd already found a fair amount of supers. I kind of figured that I would keep going out throughout Meridia to just kind of see if like I was gonna find more ammo, and I already collected a fair amount at that point, and I figured that at that point that I was not gonna try and look for charge, and I was just gonna try and look for ammo, and I ended up. When I saw that Meridia actually had an entrance into Criteria, I was feeling pretty good because it meant I didn't have to backtrack nearly as far as I would have otherwise. So I was able to get a lot of ammo by going up through Meridia and then kind of loop around. And I think I even found ice along the way too, which allowed me to do Zed skip a lot easier. So there was that. I think that pretty much allowed me to go back to Mother Brain earlier than if I had probably went up into Criteria first and tried to find charge. I don't know where charge was at. I didn't check, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I think it could have gone either way. Like, you check criteria just to get the ship info and maybe pick up some stuff up along the way. But yeah, with it being there, it kind of made sense to check out Meridia. And I think WX made a point of that as well.
What'd I do?
You're saying
Wait,
Meridia
did I
was
go?
a good choice there.
That is
That's
true.
Yep.
That is true. You're welcome. See, I learn enough by watching these races.
Yeah, so I guess one thing to talk about is picks. What made you decide to do no objective for that first pick there, Niz?
It's the only even playing field that I'll really have against somebody that's clearly above me. I've never beat phatscott in a race, but any time that I've chose no objective, I know that it puts the sweat on them more than it does me, because if I win, I beat somebody that's better than me, but if I lose, then it's expected. So it was one of those, like, I'm just going to pick what I know is going to be completely even, and it's whoever gets the most stuff to win first.
You know, it's kind of like what, you know, what I was saying at the, you know, in game number 2 was we saw, like, in this, obviously, you name map Rando, we know your logic and your tricks and your routing are really good, but going up against someone like Scott, who is a speedrunner, I don't want to say the movement tech was like night and day, but Scott was definitely a lot faster.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely not as good in terms of the logic side still. I think I'm getting better at it now that I've been playing so much map Rando for this tourney. But definitely I think my overall strength in some of these races is my movement. But of course, then the problem is that when I go up against runners who also have good movement, then I usually lose. So, you know, it's all right.
What's your any percent time?
45:58 with KPDR.
And that says everything that I needed to know right there.
That's an insane KPDR time.
My
5-minute KPDR.
I've done 2 runs where I actually counted the time on them. The lowest one I have is 1 hour and 3 seconds, and I haven't went back to it. So that answers a lot.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time also running like 100% and some other stuff. So I'm pretty well rounded in that regard. That's definitely my strength as a runner, I think.
Oh yeah, I was definitely pointing that out. So what made you decide to go with double suit, phatscott?
Well, I guess part of it was that I was kind of split between going Varia plus movement or double suit, but I ended up deciding double suit because earlier in the day I was able to get a couple practice seeds of double suit in, and my mileage with it had been better lately than it was before, so I felt like it would be better for me to try and use double suit, like go double suit, since I had just recently practiced it, and I think that for the most part it went better than I was. It definitely went better than some of my practice was earlier. I had some pretty mean seeds, so this one wasn't as bad, except for like whatever was going on with that Dragon at the start. That was kind of crazy to me. Was that the only way out?
That was literally the only way. 5 missile, 5 super, charge ice. I was like, how is this? This seems like it's not hard logic, but I guess it's literally the only answer.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Y'all were fighting Dragon at the same time, so.
Yeah, because the fight on Dragon took 3 hours.
Yeah, it took a while.
Yeah, I think that's it for me. WX, you got anything else?
No, that's it for me. I think you both did really well. I think the one thing I can say about for Scott's movement, I think Scott's movement's probably on par with some of the elite speedrunners that are out there. I mean, to me, that's how good Scott's movement looked. So, this unfortunately is eliminated from the tournament. That means he's got much more time to dedicate to Spiffy's multi-worlds to not allow Beans to be stuck in Big Pink for 5 hours.
Oh, you mean Big Bean Room?
Big Bean Room? Big Beans?
Yeah.
I think Nis
to which I referenced in game 1 or 2.
This might pull out a 45 any percent time here soon too, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh jeez. I gotta be able to master. If I could master the speedball, I would probably be agreeing with you, but I cannot seem to master the short house speedball yet. That's gonna take a little more time.
You got it, man. Plenty of time for that. So, racers, here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna leave the floor to you. We'll start with Nis. We'll go to Scott, Anthony, then I'll send it over to you, and then I'll take us out of it.
I mean, it was, to me, like I said, these seeds weren't unexpected. I knew that like it was going to be kind of rough. The first one was all on me on that one. I was like 10 minutes behind at the start just because I died like twice. But other than that, like it was fun to be in the tournament, and I will go on to continue doing extreme seeds now instead.
That's fair. No, yeah. Thanks for racing today. This is very fun. This one was probably one of the better sets I played. I think I really enjoyed these seeds for the most part. They were, I think it was a good time. And thank you both for commentating today. Definitely appreciated. I didn't even know we were having a restream. I saw no restream, and then it was like right before we started. So
Same.
yeah,
Yeah. So you both are welcome. I think you both did really, really well. Anthony?
Yeah,
Floor's yours.
thank you for Asu for coming in, despite not knowing that we had a restream. And obviously WX for coming in with the sinus infection. Still doing
Best I've
comms.
felt in days.
Yes.
That's all I'm
so,
saying.
Yeah, and thank you for Niz and Fat Scott for putting on a great race. I'm glad I could do some comms for it. So, yeah, thank you for the tournament organizers as well. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right. I would like to thank the stream for me. You all are welcome for me being here. No, I'm kidding. Big shout out to the tournament admins, Eddie, Aussie, and NevD, putting on a great tournament. We still have a lot of Super Metroid to go, and we're going to get into not only more silver bracket, but the gold bracket's coming towards its end, the bronze bracket's coming towards its end, and we have been filling all of you with so much Super Metroid map Rando fun. I think you all are loving it. We're getting a ridiculous amount of views here for SpeedGaming, which only helps them grow and thus makes the rest of us better and allows us to grow our communities as well. If you like Metroid, which obviously you're here, you do, and you want to see some more Metroid fun, we have the Metroid Prime Randomizer tournament going on, and we've got 2 races tonight coming up. On Speed Gaming 3, so right here on this channel at 7 p.m. Eastern, is Sparkle J versus Feisy. That's going to be a real good one. And then we have Dark Star versus Rincon, another good matchup. That'll be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Speed Gaming 2. So I highly encourage all of you, if you like the Super Metroid speedrunning, give Metroid Prime a try. And of course, go to speedgaming.com and check out the entire schedule. Maybe there are some other games on there that you like. But for Fat Scott, HisBeardNis, Anthony, Osu, big shoutouts. Thank you, Osu, for tracking. Thank you, Anthony, for the co-coms. I'm WXFan21 saying we will see you next mission.